Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Eastside Hockey Manager with the Boston Bruins. It is the end of the regular season, and we will run through team stats, standings, league leaders, etc. You can see our first round playoff opponent are the Detroit Red Wings. We finished with the second best record in the Eastern Conference. We finished third, though, in the playoff rankings as Tampa Bay was obnoxious this year. So let's look at the standings really quickly. That's not what I wanted to look at. In the Eastern Conference, Tampa was 60, 17, and 5, good for 125 points. We finished 51, 22, and 9. I'll take it. We had a much better season than last year. Some crazy numbers. You can see we were tied for the highest scoring team in the Eastern Conference, and we gave up the second fewest number of goals. So overall, we had a great year. We had a really good year, followed by Detroit, the Islanders, the Rangers, Buffalo, Montreal. And we also have 3 first-round picks. I believe we have the Rangers, and I think we have Dallas's as well. So if we look at the Western Conference, Winnipeg led the way. Edmonton, St. Louis, there's Dallas, Vancouver, LA, Minnesota, Colorado. Chicago with another bad season. If we go back to our team and look at our statistics for the season, you can see just some crazy numbers put up by the Bruins. Pastrnak with a 50-goal season, 51 goals, 40 assists. Taylor Hall, 85 points. Pierre-Luc Dubois, his first season as a Bruin was a huge success. 82 points in 80 games. Marchand had 79. Arvidsson had 67. Charlie McAvoy only scored 3 goals in the regular season, but had 52 assists, was a plus 35. Hampus Lindholm had a great year. Joe Pavelski, 23 goals for us, was a 7.27. Might want to bring back Mr. Pavelski, although the ratings don't suggest he's that good. Bergeron, 38 points in 82 games in what's likely his final season as a Bruin. Cal Foote had a good year. Sean Monahan was nice on that third line. Dickinson, nice on the end. Philip Deneau, who we brought in at the trade deadline, 16 points in 22 games. Game rating of only 7, but the points are there. The plus-minus is there. I'll take it. And then from there, it was kind of meh. Lauko, Studnicka, Bastian, Aho, Stanley, all pretty average or below average. Bowden was slightly below average after picking him up. Frederick was not really all that good. Goalie stats, Swayman was unbelievable. 2.22 goals against and a .932 save percentage, 6 shutouts on the season. Vladar came in and really wasn't any better than what he had replaced, but he's doing it for, a sixth of the cost, so it's fine. Report-wise, Fantilli, our top prospect, is getting better. He is likely on the team next season. In fact, let's approach to sign him right now. He wants a total. Yeah, that's fine. Let's offer him that contract. Let's bring Adam Fantilli in next season. Thomas Milic, we picked up in a trade last year, and he's getting better. The numbers are improving. He's likely to be that secondary goalie here soon. Fabian Lysell spent the year in Providence, scored 19 goals. He's probably up next year, challenging for a position. Still has some work to do. He's not very good defensively. He's not very strong, but got some flair like that. John Beecher, likely coming up to fill Trent Frederick's role next season. Never going to score a lot of points, but we got to give him a shot here at some point. Locke Mellis was he a draft pick last season? 2022. He was, 4th round, 2022. Wait. Yeah, no, so he was drafted in the last real draft by the Bruins. Connor Levis looks okay. 3 stars, meh. Tyler Peddle was drafted in the 4th round in this past season. Good mental ratings, has a good shot. Ow. Still obviously a ways away at only 19. Poitras was the Bruins' #1 pick in 2022. Again, another one who's still not quite there yet. Bukestad, a centerman with no real offensive ability. Giuliani was one of our draft picks a year ago out of UMaine. Still has a long way to go, but it looks like he could be a. I mean, yeah, our scouts have him as 4 stars, potential 4 stars. Um, he's not going to be terrible at anything. He may not ultimately be great at anything, but he's got a ton of speed. 18 speed, 19 acceleration at only age 19. Dunbar, a defenseman who, I mean, it looks like he's going to be pretty good defensively, but he's 20 already. And then Seamus Powell, an offensive-minded defenseman. So those are our top prospects. If we look at the player stats, the league leaders, Mikko Rantanen led the NHL in scoring, 112 points. Connor McDavid, Braden Point, Draisaitl, Eichel, Zibanejad, McKinnon, Matthews, Pasta at number 9, Johnny Gaudreau at number 10, Roslovic at 11. There's Hall at 16, Dubois at 23. Rantanen led the league in goal scoring. We had 6 50-goal scorers this year. Rantanen, Draisaitl, Eichel, Pastrnak, Point, and Kyle Connor. Roslovic, 70 assists for Jack Roslovic. 65 for McDavid, Mikhail Sergachev, 59, Rantanen, Landeskog, Pionk. Then Luke Dubois and Taylor Hall finished 7th and 8th, respectively. Plus minus, Draisaitl, a 69 plus minus. Logan Stanley, no shocker, led the NHL in penalty minutes because I had him set to wanting him to fight, and he ended up getting suspended and getting like 12 misconducts this year or something. Ran in shots on goal. Jack Drury led the league in shot percentage with only 40 shots. Mario Ferraro leading the NHL in time on ice, averaging 25 minutes a game as a shutdown defenseman. He looks really, really good. Yeah, he looks really friggin' good. What's his contract? Ekblad, Shattenkirk, and Letang. Wow, so you get some older guys up there. Team stats. Let's look at. That's not how I want to look at it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Bruins led the league in goals for. Tied for the league lead in goals per game. We were second in goals allowed. So overall, it was a good season. And we're going to be taking on the Detroit Red Wings here in the postseason. We got to sim a couple of days, so we'll do that really quickly. Get up to the 17th and sim the postseason. So yeah, good year for us. Good year for us. Hopefully we can stay healthy through the postseason. Let's look at our scouting. Yeah, I had to make a couple of changes to our scouting because we're running out of players to scout according to our scouts. So who was that? That was Czech Republic, right? Yeah. So let's go to scouting. That's not where I wanted to go. I said let's go to scouting. Baranek. He found some decent players. Where do we want to send him now? Let's recall him and let's assign him to. I don't know where is he? He's in Czechia right now, right? Yeah. So let's. I don't know. Let's look at Poland. Stick him in Poland for a while. See if we can find a Polish superstar. Oh, we're there. Okay, so let's take a look at Detroit real quick. What are we doing? We're going here, and we're going to go here. So they made some changes in the offseason. They brought in Vladimir Tarasenko. They brought in Mackenzie Weegar. And it helped. A lot of offense for Detroit. Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, Tarasenko, Vrana, Andrew Kopp. All scored more than 20 goals. Yeah, they got a good team. Philip Zadina hasn't really developed, I think, like they would have liked, especially given that he's 24 already. I mean, he looks okay, but you got to hide him defensively. He's not good defensively at all, so he's not overly fast. Good shot, good creativity and determination, but a little bit disappointing, I would think. Yeah. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to the games. Oh, we win 5-2. Cool. Pavelski, Monahan, Marchand, Dickinson, and Dubois. We have 2 power play goals. They get goals from Raymond and Larkin. And we win the first game 5-2. Let's go. Okay, so Fantilli is ready to sign with us. We will go ahead and bring him in. So he'll be part of our team next year at age 19. You love moving up in the draft that first season, right? And getting that young stud. All right, game 2. Don't know if we won. We'll have to wait and see. We did. We went 4-3. So Lindholm, Deneau, Bastian, and Pasternak with a power play goal. We have 35 shots. They get the last 2, including one with about 3 minutes left, but we are now up 2-0. And we lose Pasternak and McAvoy in game 2, because of course we do. Okay. This game, man. All right, we're going to put Pavelski on the top line. And, well, Aho's not going to be our top D pairing, that's for sure. So let's just put him out there. Let's get Lindholm on the top line. Switch him in foot. PK. DeHaan. Stanley for now. Hall and Dubois right there. Wonderful. And how long did I lose him for? I lost Pasternak for like 3 weeks, I think it said, right? Yeah. Lose Pasternak for 3 weeks. And McAvoy's out for 10 days. So we're without our best forward and our best defenseman. Because, of course. And we win again, though. So we win 3-2. Lauko, Dubois, and Marchand in overtime. They get a couple of goals from Tarasenko. But we have Detroit on the verge of elimination. And because they're on the verge of elimination, we are going to sim the game. Hopefully no more injuries. Nope. Buffalo up 3-0 on Columbus. Montreal up 3-0 on Tampa Bay. Let's go, Canadiens. Islanders with a 3-0 lead on the Rangers. St. Louis up 2-1. Edmonton up 3-0. And Vancouver up 2-1. So Canadiens looking to upset the top seed in the East. I think either of them are going to be ready yet. Nope. All right, let's go to continue. Let's view the game. And let's drop the puck. And that's really loud. They get on the board first. Tarasenko. Here comes Marchand down the near side. And we get that goal back. Arvidsson from Marchand and Aho. That's 3 goals 3 minutes into the hockey game. See if we can get this thing even. I don't believe there's any way to shut the audio off. I've looked, but I can't find it. There we go. Bodin from Bergeron to get this thing even. I don't think there's any way to... Yeah, it's just the clock stuff. I'll take a look when the game's over and see if there's a way to kill the audio in the settings, because it's really loud and it makes this... at least it's loud in my ear. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. Oh, we're up 4-2. What did I miss? How did I miss 2 goals? It's just going to sim the last 2 minutes now. It looks like it's just going to sim the last 2 minutes. It looks like we are going to end up with the sweep. Pass up ahead to Lauko. Shot from the point gets through. And that will do it. So we do indeed sweep the Detroit Red Wings here in Game 4. We win 4-2. Aho and Arvidsson with goals in that second period that I missed. Arvidsson and Bodin in the first, and we complete the sweep. Can I... Currency, score displays, play sounds. There we go. All right. So we are through. We're not going to make a comment. Who are we playing? We don't even know who we're playing yet because, well, maybe we do. So Buffalo, Islanders, Edmonton, and Vancouver. Buffalo completes the sweep of the Blue Jackets. The Rangers hang on to win. Edmonton sweeps Minnesota. And Vancouver is up 3-1 in their series. So we get some time off, which is awesome because that means we should at least get McAvoy back for the next series. I wonder, it looks like Montreal must have swept Tampa. We'll look here in a second. St. Louis and Colorado both looking to advance. St. Louis does. Colorado does not. Winnipeg holds on, so the top seed out west holds on. And Montreal, we're taking on the Canadiens in round 2. Let's go. Montreal sweeps Tampa. St. Louis beats Dallas. Edmonton beats Minnesota. We're not quite there yet, but the Bruins will be taking on the Canadiens in round 2. The Islanders beat the Rangers. Vancouver beats LA. Both of those series end in 5. Winnipeg and Colorado, series is tied at 3. So Winnipeg comes back from a 3-1 deficit to tie the series. We still don't know when we're playing our first game. Pastrnak resumes light practice. What does that mean for McAvoy? They're both almost back. So he's at a 71 condition. He's at a 90. So McAvoy's going to be fine for the next series. That's awesome. We were able to win 2 games without him. That's crazy. When does our series start? Switch over into May, so we're going to have a bit of a delay here. Freddie Anderson, your goalie of the month in April. Connor Bedard in the West. Ryan Strome. And Freddie Anderson is your best defensive player. Right, when does our next game start? Do we know? It's like we got like 2 weeks off in between series here. There we go. All right, so we're back. McAvoy's ready to go, so we can get Aho out, get McAvoy back in. Pasta's at a 90. He's coming back in as well. So that is huge to get both of them back. Let's put Pasta back out there everywhere that we had him. Let's put McAvoy back out there every place that we had him. And DeHaan for Stanley in there. And we're good. All right. So let's take a look at these Montreal Canadiens. Board confidence. They're generally satisfied. Whatever. All right. Montreal. Where did they finish? 8th. 46, 28, and 8. Good power play. Bad PK. Finished with 100 points. Regular season, Nick Suzuki led them in scoring. Jonathan Drouin, Brendan Gallagher, Kirby Dach, Slavkovsky. Man, he looks good. Looks so good for a 20-year-old. Man. Matheson, Dvorak. I mean, they look okay. Who do they have in goal? Jake Allen. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. Game 1 is a Montreal win in overtime. Dubois gets on the board first, Suzuki for them, Marchand for us, then Caulfield and Slavkovsky in the second overtime period. So we're down 1-0. Hopefully no injuries. Rights are running out to a bunch of people. I don't really care. Now, Poitras maybe we sign. Yeah, I guess. Prospect, sure. Jake Schmalz. I mean, he had some interest, so I think we sign him and maybe trade him. I don't want to lose the rights on some, good prospects or potentially good prospects. Beecher is a potential top 6. Mason Lowry can slot amongst the top 6. Fabian Lysel's potential top 6. All right, good to know. All right, so we're down 1-0. Edmonton is up 2-0 in their series. Game 2. And we're down to 2-0. Wow, we get shut out. Norlander and Slavkovsky. The number 8 seed Montreal Canadiens take down the top team in the East, and we lose Arvidsson for 3 weeks now. Damn. All right. Oops, not what I wanted to do. So Frederick will come in. He'll play on the fourth line. Pavelski back out there on the penalty, on the power play. All right. Well, we got some work to do. Edmonton is up 3-0 in their series. All right. Well, we got to win multiple games on the road here. And we don't. We're down 3-0 to Montreal. Wow. Monahan and Dubois, but we were down 3-0 before the end of the first period. So Montreal takes out the top team in the East, and they are 1 game away from taking out the second best team in the East in 8 games. They swept Tampa, and they got us 3-0. And because it's a potential elimination game, we will sim it. Actually, you know what? With us being down 3-0, I'm not going to sim it. I will wait until we get to, if there's a game 6 maybe. So Schmaltz is going to sign with us. Great. If we get to game 6, I'll sim game 6 and 7, but I don't want to sim 4 straight games if that's what it takes here. Offense just shut down by the Canadiens here in this series. Save. Here we go. And our season is over. We lose in overtime. The Canadiens sweep the top team in the East, Tampa. They sweep the number 2 team in the East, the Bruins, and we lose in the Eastern Conference semifinals. That's a disappointment. Pastrnak, Danault, Pavelski, Bastian, they get a goal from Pitlick in overtime, and our season is over. So I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead to the end of the playoffs, and we'll go through kind of what happened, and I think we're going to call it. We're going to do a bit of a shorter episode when we get to the end there, and that way next episode can be the off season, and we aren't doing a 3-hour video here. So, guys, I will be back at the end of the Stanley Cup Finals. Hang tight. All right, guys, we're back, and it was a pretty interesting Stanley Cup Finals. So we'll take a look. Let's look at the playoff tree first. So, again, we got swept by Montreal. The Islanders beat Buffalo in the other series. So it was an Islander-Montreal Eastern Conference Final. The Islanders beat the Canadiens in 7, so they went to the finals out west. Winnipeg actually came back from that 3-1 deficit to defeat Colorado. They then beat St. Louis in 6, Edmonton over Vancouver in 4, Edmonton over Winnipeg in 5. And to this point, the Oilers hadn't lost a game in regulation. This series, their one loss was in overtime. This series, their one loss was in overtime. They came to the Islanders to take on they came to play the Islanders in the Stanley Cup Final. Edmonton won Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. They were up 3-0. They were 18-0-2 in the postseason or something crazy like that. 16-0-2, 14-0-2, whatever it was. Then they lost back-to-back games in overtime. Then they lost Game 6 at home. This was their first regulation loss of the entire postseason, and it came in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. So they took a 3-0 lead in the series, lost 3 straight games, and then won Game 7 at home to take the championship. So the Edmonton Oilers are the 2024 or 2023-2024 NHL champions. So we've been invited to vote on the Vezina, and of course, he's not going to win it. I mean, Vasilevsky or Hellebuck will win it, but we're going to vote for Swayman anyway. Judd Caulfield put on the trade block, and trading is now open, or will be open once I sim ahead to the 15th. And we're going to call it there, guys. So the next episode will be the off season. So we'll get back into trading. We will get into the draft. We'll get into free agency. And we will go from there. Who do we want to put on the block on our team? Put Sebastian Aho on the block. Team will listen to. Studnika's still on the block, I think. Yeah, he's still on the block. We're going to change it, though, to listen to for no reason. I think that might be it for now. Pavelski, Frederick, DeHaan, Dickinson are all gone. We're going to need a backup goalie. We've got some young talent coming up, but free agency is going to be interesting. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon, and we'll do the offseason next time. Bye-bye.